you know, with the streetlarking stuff, or whatever you want to call what it is that I do, I just started to recognize different objects on the street that I could, you know, put into my pockets, and then when I got home I was like, oh cool, it's a blah blah blah, you know, and then it just kind of developed into, like, you know, these categories, and it was kind of on, you know? So yeah. You are in luck today. Wow. Man, look at this. These are very, very rare. And this is a guitar pick. And I have about, I would say, 11 of these that I've found over the years. Like, who loses a guitar pick on the street? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the corners from the original style sunflower seeds, David's sunflower seeds. The bag might be somewhere around here. So this is David sunflower seeds, nacho cheese. As of late, I've been picking up little zippers, parts of zippers. I think this is like my fourth one. Bic, blue Bic mini lighter. Some of the white lighters don't have Bic logos on them. It's a liquid gel pack. So started off like that, and whoever ripped it tossed it on the street. The person who purchased it, consumed it, and disposed of it, and the street and the rain and the elements have created a non-uniformness to it. You know, what started off as totally uniform had a twin. Is that garbage or is that art? You know, that's all it is. I find littering to be repulsive, but, you know, without one, there's not the other, you know? It's a byproduct. And, you know, it's a product of society, I guess, you know, which is anthropological and beautiful. I mean, think about it. There's people out there that go and dig out privies from the 1800s, and essentially what they're doing is digging up a toilet, you know? But in that toilet, they are pulling out things that have gotten thrown into the toilet, and now they're culturally significant, you know?
So you've heard of mudlarking, but what about finding artifacts on the street? Have you heard of streetlarking? I'm here with Bobby Puleo. Bobby is a skateboarder, artist, and a streetlark, and as soon as I saw his content on Instagram, his artwork, I really knew that whilst I was here in New York, I had to come and meet him.
So I grew up skateboarding, and when I would skateboard, I would be looking down at the ground a bunch. And when I started skating in Manhattan, I started to notice little trinkets and things, you know, on the ground. And I would basically started to collect stuff, maybe I would say almost 20 years ago. And they were mostly things that I could fit into my pockets. Yeah. And over time, they just started to amass. And then I started to notice that there were certain categories of things that I would find. Yeah. So what I started to do at a certain point is I would take the things in my pocket home, I'd lay it out, and I'd be like, oh, this goes with this. Yeah. These are the Post-it notes that I collected today. These are the playing cards that I collected today. And over time, these massive collections started to kind of build. When I first started doing this, in lower Manhattan, I would find a lot of Post-it notes just because it was like, there's a lot of office buildings down there. And before like text messaging or whatever, that's how people, you know, made notes to each other. That says something like TST buy butter. So these are like, this is what I first was attracted to when I started skating in Manhattan. I would find these just on the ground. I started picking them up. If I see a Post-it note on the ground, I cannot not pick it up.
Right.
You know. So
it's a bit like me with clay pipes.
yeah, exactly. You can't, you know. So this is like the master box of Post-it notes. So this is like everyone that says like, you know, help yourself, take back, please, take me, take me, take me,
Take me, take me.
take me now, take it, please take me,
Please take me. Wow.
take me. But basically what these are kind of the most common objects that I find.
Right.
So for each one of these framed objects that there's 9 of, at home there's much more of them. You know what I'm saying? There's much more of every one of these objects. These are just 9 of them. And from this particular vantage point of these objects,
Yeah.
I pretty much, when I collect 9 of one object,
Yeah.
then I start to collect 81, which is 9 of 9 of them. And this is like a good example of something I would pick up. So this is like a hook that you sell like socks or gloves. And to be honest, there's a store around the corner that produces mass amounts of this kind of stuff. I don't know how people must buy it, take it apart, throw this thing, but there's so many of these on the street around here that I've just started to kind of like amass these things. And they come in black, clear, and white, and this is a black one. So my goal is to collect 9 of an object that I see repeated in the environment, and then once I get 9 of them, if I keep seeing more of them, I'll pick them up, and then the next goal is to get 9 of 9, which is 81 of them. The Newport cigarette box in New York City is a very popular cigarette that people smoke. The Marlboro Red is also, so these 2 are the most plentiful object. So this is your standard Marlboro Red pack, and this is probably one of the most plentiful items littered on the streets of New York. This one has a little, the new ones have these like this code up here, and the old ones didn't have that, so if you lift them up, you can see the black code. Part of what I really like about the concept of these being crushed is that these all start off as mass-produced items. They're all the same in terms of the packaging. You get a box, but when the person discards it on the street, whether a car runs it over, whatever happens, now it turns it into its own uniquely shaped object. So it starts off as a uniform mass-produced object, and then the street transforms it into its own unique object. And I was going to say this about the Newport, that there was one formerly hanging here that somebody bought, but one of them had like a cigarette still in it. And it's very similar to the clay pipes when you find like tobacco still in it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting too, the clay pipes, it's like, you know, this is the modern day version of the clay pipe.
Do you feel compelled to collect things? I mean, I know as a mudlark, I'm always looking.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I cannot, I mean, there's certain objects you know, if I'm skating down the street or riding my bike and I see a Newport box and I don't feel like picking it up, I'm like, there's gonna be another one. Yeah. But there's definitely certain objects that I cannot pass up. Other objects that I won't find another one for like another year. There's certain collections of 9 that have taken me like a very long time to amass. This is a Halls. This is not the traditional style that I usually find. This is the gray and blue one. I don't know if this is like a, usually they're like, usually they are yellow and blue and white. The ones that I find most of. And I don't think I have 9 of these yet. Here is a Fresh Nap packet. So we're gonna take that out. So I haven't gotten 9 of these yet, but this is about maybe 6 or 7. I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. I don't know, maybe I'll hang on to that. Sometimes I pick up like random things that I find that I think are like kind find interesting designs. It's maybe like a napkin ring or something. I don't know. But let me show you some other stuff. So today, for instance, I found this on the way over here. Right.
Oh, like
it's
a
a
milk.
crushed, yeah, it's a crushed yoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Do you have yoo-hoo in the UK?
No.
Okay, so yoo-hoo's like a chocolate drink.
Yeah.
It's like chocolate milk, basically. So when I got back to my house, I was on my way to the coffee shop in the morning, and I found this on my way, and I was like, oh, I should bring the master bag of what this will go into. And this is the master bag of like yoo-hoo. We have a nickname for the black plastic bag in New York.
Yeah.
This is called a Brooklyn briefcase, by the way. Your good old American plastic bag, Chinese plastic bag.
Oh yes, there are all the yoo-hoos in there.
Yeah. So this goes with this, and then interestingly, yoo-hoo also comes in a can. The Coke cans, you know, I have at my house, I have like probably 15 different styles of Coke cans where I found 9 of them.
Yeah.
So like, you know, an interesting concept in my mind would be to have a show that did 9 of 9 different styles of Coke cans, you know. And it would also tell you the story of Coke's, you know, advertising campaigns or design campaigns, you know. Here's another, so there's another Coke. This one's got a sticker over it, which is kind of cool. And I'll leave that sticker there. Yeah.
Paper clips.
Paper clips, like, again, the concept of paper is really becoming like an object of the past as well. Same thing with pencils.
Yes.
You know, you do so much of your, you know, your writing on your phone.
That is
Paper clip. Who still uses paper clips? I have no idea. Okay, so we're just walking, and there is a yellow paper clip. And usually what I do with the paper clips is I have a separate batch for all the like ones that are different colors or special. But this one's gonna go in the colored paper clips bag. Yellow paper clip. Kind of random. Plentiful, but random. This is the master bag of paper clips. And what I've done is I've separated all paper clips that have a color. So these are like metal paper clips, and these ones are, yeah. Those are glassine bags, and this is kind of like, again, the fabric of New York City. So if you go to the post office, or you went to the post office a long time ago, your stamps would come in that.
Oh yeah.
But now, heroin dealers use that to put their heroin in.
Do they really?
And folks who use heroin will purchase the heroin in those bags. So those have like a little bit of a.
They've got a bit of a sinister
Yeah,
story.
yeah. But that's New York, you know.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, any city has that element to it. It's a city. There's you know, a light and a dark, you know.
Yeah.
There's an underbelly. So it's like finding a gun in the Thames.
Yeah.
You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? And
yeah.
how it got there, you know, you don't know, but there's a story there. Heroin dealers will actually brand they'll put a logo on the baggie, so it's like their own brand of, yeah. So this is a glassine bag. This is what heroin comes in. This is what an addict will take to suppress their addiction.
Oh gosh, do you know, I thought they were mustard.
They do look like mustard packs, yeah.
Wow, but completely different.
Yeah. So the heroin user, if they wanted to kick using those,
they'll take that.
They take that. These are car air fresheners.
Yeah.
These are the two most plentiful, Black Ice and New Car Scent.
Gosh, it's amazing.
And they come in every single different scent and color you could imagine. This transaction record from an ATM. This is the only style that I collect with this heading. And these are produced by a company called ATM World. So if you flip them over, there's an ATM World logo on it.
Yeah.
And I just collect those. I don't collect any other type of ATM transaction record. But because I like the logo, this part. And then Tylenol, the extra strengths are the most common like headache medicine that you'll find on the street. These come in different styles. There's a couple different styles of packs, and then the Advil, there's also a liquid gel. That's just the regular. That's like the capsule form.
I can't believe you found jigsaw puzzle pieces.
Because
there you go.
Yeah, because one of them ruins the whole. If you lose one, the whole puzzle is kind of ruined, you know.
I just noticed the butterflies.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love that because actually butterflies for me are really special. I love butterflies.
Yeah. So this is like every butterfly that I've ever found on the ground.
Look at that.
And I actually, at my house, I have actual real butterflies that I've found. I never thought, you know, there's definitely 9 in here. Yeah. Here's like the master bag of bread ties.
Oh my god, you know, I never thought I'd be here sort of absolutely intrigued by a bag of bread ties.
This is the master bag of the kinder, you know, this is kind of funny. This is like every Nike tag I've ever found.
Oh my goodness. There must be something very satisfying about collating all of these.
Oh, totally. I mean, you know, it's like a treasure hunt. This is smiley faces.
Smiley faces.
Yeah.
That is great. Oh my gosh, look at all those razor blades.
That's the master bag of razor blades. Yeah. That is double bubble. Very popular form of bubble gum.
What is it?
So these are just different tags.
Yeah.
I don't know if do you guys have Marshalls in the UK? Do you know what Marshalls is?
No.
So Marshalls is like a department store, and like if I see tags on the ground. So the reason there's 2 here is because these are the ones that I found on the street, and one day I was on the train and somebody must have stolen a bunch of items from Marshalls, and they were systematically removing the security sensors and the tags. And these are the ones I found on the train, and a lot of these were ripped in half. And you could see that, oh no, this is the master, these are the ones that I found on the train, sorry about that. So these ones all came off from one spot. These were all in a pile on a train that I was riding.
Right.
And you could see I had, some of them were ripped and I had to tape them back together.
Yeah, so they've been taking the security tags off of the...
So these I found all in one go on the train. And I collected them all up, and I was like, these are separate because these are not street finds per se.
Yeah.
But these are the ones that I found on the street, you know, but they're all Marshall's tags. So this is like a department store, and people will go there and purchase like winter coat.
Oh my goodness, look at all these toothbrushes.
You find those in the, you must find those in the river.
Yes, we do, but I've never seen this many toothbrushes all together like this before.
That's every comb. So at a certain point, you know, like I said about the 81, 9 objects of 9.
Yes, I love finding keys.
Yeah. So keys are cool. So this in here is 81 specifically. So this is 9 frames of 9. So this is 81 keys. I've kind of just separated them. I was going to show keys and I was going to sell 9 of them, but I decided not to.
Stories could they unlock? That's what I say every time I find a padlock or a key.
Oh man, my collection of padlocks. I didn't bring it because it's heavy.
You've got one too.
Very similar.
You really are like an urban mudlark, streetlark.
It's very similar.
It really is very, very similar, isn't it?
The streets are my rivers.
Yes. Oh, I like that. The streets are my rivers.
So I love anything that's like kind of like just has like an interesting shape and color scheme to it. So these are Solo Cups, and Solo Cups is a brand of cup manufacturer. And you know, sometimes I'll flatten them out just so that they kind of like live in my pocket a little bit more easily. But I love this design. Just like, you know, just an eye-catching design. These two actually are boxes of tissues. Yeah. These are from boxes of tissues. This is from an old nail, what nails used to come in. You could see it says N-A-I-L. And this is probably in the 60s, this is what nails would come in. If it catches my eye and it has a cool design, I'll just pick it up, and then it goes into like, you know, this kind of like these, to save face here, when you get into the realm of like hoarding objects, you know, my goal is to obviously like make art out of this stuff. I just, you know, until I'm like done wasting my time skateboarding, like I will, you know, it's all about how you make time in your day to do different things. You know, I could spend my days doing this, but part of me just wants to be outside picking up objects and skating like this. Like what? You know? I don't know, but I just like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little Klaus Oldenburg there with the flattened, you know.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, I pick up things and I think, I don't know why I like it, but I just do
exactly.
like it. I sort of connect with it on some level. And I don't think we need to really explain why we like it, do we?
Right. What it comes down to at this point is, do I have space in my house for it, you know? Because this stuff takes up space and, you know. But, okay, so this is the last thing I'll show you. And you know, we got to keep track of time here, but this is the other master bag of different objects. So,
oh my gosh, lip sills? Is that lip salve?
No, this is crazy glues.
Crazy glues?
Yeah.
Right.
This is,
vitamins?
Yeah. These are that coins come in.
Oh yes.
When you package your coins. Here's those lemon heads. This is like 11 lemon head packages.
Lemon head.
Oh, here's the master bag of...
Oh, nail clippers.
Yeah, and
scissors.
I'm almost. The scissors are like. It's funny too because I remember recently passing by a pair of scissors that I didn't pick up, and I was like, "Why didn't I pick up the scissors?" You know.
Yeah.
But I'm close to. I think I have 7. Now, obviously, I would like them all to be the same style of scissor, but they're obviously not. But just because they're scissors, they kind of like work.
Yeah, you can fit them together.
Yeah.
I think.
So I think I have 6 or 7 pairs of scissors. There might be another one. You get the idea.
Yes. Yeah.
This is funny. So these are rolling papers.
Yeah.
So this is again the concept of smoking.
Yeah.
And then like a magician, I picked this up this morning. So it's similar to the usual thing.
Yeah.
So that goes in there. These are candy cigarettes.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are for kids to mimic smoking.
Yeah, we used to have those. You know, I don't know if we have those anymore.
I think they've been outlawed, which is a problem for me because I don't know how this. Now this might be a few years old, but basically the problem here is that I've got. Look at this. It's like basically cigarette boxes, but for kids.
What were they thinking?
What were they thinking? I have no idea. But the problem here, like, look how real this looks.
Yes.
This looks like real cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's the concept of like the fake guns too.
Yeah.
You know? But this is a problem.
Oh no, you've got 8.
Oh my God.
You've got 9.
But here, okay, yeah. So I do have 9. But I guess they do all say candy. None of them say like cigarettes. So yeah, I do have 9. I don't know where. I thought I only had 8.
There you go.
But yeah, so now
multiplied.
with with Roundup, I would love to have 9 just Roundups, but it's not going to happen. It's like these are far too rare to see in the street, and now they probably don't even make them anymore because it's probably.
I certainly don't think they do.
Oh, let's market cigarettes to children.
Yes.
Yeah. But
I had them when I was a child.
Oh yeah. I'd smoke 2
I
or 3
can
at a
remember the
time.
taste of them.
Yeah,
They
totally.
were quite nice.
Totally.
They used to have little red bits on the end.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
remember?
Crazy.
Yeah.
So just in the same sense, like these are like snappers that kids throw on the ground. So you'll find a lot of these. These are fortunes from Fortune cookies.
Ah.
So going back to the beginning with the Post-it notes.
Yes.
These are my collection of specifically just playing cards. And when I say playing cards, I mean like your traditional 52 card.
Yeah.
So with these, at a certain point in time, these were very common to find on the street. I collect them almost from the beginning for the top graphic, not the number or the suit.
Okay, yeah.
So I collect them for the graphic. So for instance, here's like a deck of cards that was put out by the Tennessee Oilers.
Yeah.
When they used to be the Houston Oilers when I was a kid, I think. But this is like a Scooby-Doo card.
Right.
Here is a Disney Mickey Mouse card. Here is a Puerto Rico card. Here is a blah 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 airline card.
Yes, an airplane card.
Right. So I collect them for the top cards. And this is basically every card that I've ever found. And I've built a deck of playing cards. It's in here somewhere, but I built a deck of 52 cards that's all of them are found, and each one has a different top. I could probably build a couple of decks, but yes. So this is every card that I've ever found.
That's incredible to think that all those cards were found on the street.
Yeah, and the same thing like with the puzzle pieces is that once you lose one card, the deck of cards is no good. You know what I'm saying? Mm. But this is a collection of the boxes that the cards come in. So this is like, you know, different brands of playing cards. These are all the, so this is a good one. This is Absolute Vodka. And there. Mm-hmm. Much like what you do, you know, it's kind of like up to the environment to produce them. The geography that I can cover is a little bit different because, you know, it's not the river producing it. You obviously, you know, and I'm not saying that you're limited to the river because obviously you said that you go out on the street and you find different objects that you'll see walking. But your particular brand is, you know, the river is producing them. For me, it's the street, you know. There's definitely like an anthropological aspect to this stuff as well.
Yeah, there is.
It tells a story of like what we were doing at a certain point.
Yeah, if someone had said to me, well, you know, you're going to be in New York looking through lots of things that people have thrown away, I would just said, really? Where can people see more of your work and find out more about you?
You could visit my Instagram account. It's Gutter Gallery, and that's my art account. And then I have my regular Instagram account is at Tim and Vixtagram. And then Emma and I are working on our YouTube channel.
That's exciting.
I think we're going to call that Streetlarking with Bobby Puleo.
Yeah, Streetlarking. The street is your river.
Yeah, the street is my river.
So Bobby, how did you discover my Mudlarking channel?
Yeah, my friend Alyssa showed it to me a few years ago, and I, you know, like I said before, I just binge watched after she showed it to me, and it became super fascinating, and I just consumed every new one that would come up. It's great.
Oh, great! Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you very much for introducing Bobby to the world of Mudlarking, and then subsequently introducing me to the world of Streetlarking.
Yeah.
Anything you haven't found 9 of yet and you're still trying to collect?
Every single day. Every single day there's some new object that, you know, starts off a new collection of things. And I'm not going to pick that out. But while I was looking at that, you can see right here, there's a very small number 30. See that? Very small number 30, which I will take because I like numbers. Somebody's gonna like watch me put my fingers in my mouth in like 10 minutes and be like, oh, he didn't clean his hands.
With a sticky bit on the back that you write messages to each other on. Well, they're called Post-it notes. Get it stuck in your head. You think I'm going to do that again? You're absolutely right. You know these little notepad things with a sticky bit on the back that you write messages to each other on? Well, they're called Post-it notes. Sticks, doesn't it? That's it. I'm not going to do it again. Get that stuck in your head.